So I just found out by going on Instagram there, because I haven't been on social media for a few days, so I don't know when it was officially announced, but I just found out by going on Instagram there that apparently Jake Paul is fighting Tyron Woodley on August 28th. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, right, maybe this is just a load of crap, because this is always on Instagram. I went on Jake Paul's channel. He had the video up a few hours ago. I went on Tyron Woodley's Instagram and Jake Paul's Instagram. It's been posted, and I'm like, wow. Wow. I'm not surprised, but I didn't expect it, if you get me. I'm not surprised, because Tyron Woodley was like chasing Jake Paul. He wants to fight him, especially after Jake Paul knocked out Ben Askren. He wants to fuck up Jake Paul. But you know what? This is actually a fight that I'm interested in seeing, for the fact of I think it will actually be decent. Because although Tyron Woodley is not a boxer, he's a 5-time, I think, world UFC champion, obviously. And he actually is pretty decent on the feet. Now, I will say, stand-up in MMA and stand-up in boxing is very different, because stand-up in MMA, you can hold your hand out, so if someone throws towards you, you can move their hand. You have to have head movement and, move around in boxing. And Tyron Woodley would usually hit you, you'd fall to the ground, and then he'd pummel you on the ground. You can't do that in boxing. So, it will be interesting to say the least, because Tyron Woodley can't do all the same things that he could do in MMA, and he's also lost, his last, 3 fights or something, or maybe more, but he's lost his last, 3 fights. I would know, because I like Tyron Woodley, but he's lost the last 3 fights. It's not looking good. That probably also made Jake Paul take this fight. But you know what? Even though it's not an actual boxer, I'm going to give Jake Paul credit, because I think Tyron Woodley will be a harder fight than Tommy Fury would have been. Because Tommy Fury, he's 8-0, I think, but he's beaten a bunch of people who weren't that good, so we don't actually know if Tommy Fury is that good. I don't think Tyron Woodley is amazing at boxing, but he definitely is good, because he's good at striking. So Jake has actually agreed to fight a striker now. So do you know what, Jake? I'll give you your props. And do you know what? If Jake beats Tyron Woodley, we'll have to give him his props. We have to give him his flowers if he beats Tyron Woodley, because that'll be fucking crazy. I'll obviously be cheering for Tyron Woodley, because I've been a fan of Tyron Woodley for years, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see in the upcoming months. We'll see the trash talk and all, but yeah, it'll be an interesting fight. Either Jake will surprise us, and we'll all have to admit that Jake is a good boxer, which I've already said he is a good boxer, but I don't class him as a boxer. But then we'll all have to admit that he's better than we thought. Or Tyron Woodley will beat him up, and then who knows what happens. But yeah, Tyron Woodley's fighting Jake Paul August 28th, I believe. Pretty sure I said it, but yeah, that'll be interesting. So I can't wait for that. It'll be good. It'll be good. I just found out about it. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to make this a clip, so it'll be good. So, just for any of you who don't know about it, now I've informed you. So, we'll all have that to look forward to. So, let's go. Let's go. He's fighting a striker. Yes.